How do you develop emotional connection while staying out of the friend zone? So, in order to develop an emotional connection or a bond, you need to actually reveal emotional and vulnerable parts of yourself, not the physical parts, not your naughty bits. You need to reveal your emotional vulnerability with a partner. And I just did a series of questions based on what is his name? Arthur. Anyways, the 36 questions which help you develop intimacy. So, those are all great questions. They're meant to be used in sequence, and they will help you build intimacy with a particular person if they're done in person. So, those are the types of questions that you want to ask and also reveal about yourself with someone if you want to build intimacy. However, if you get too intimate in terms of vulnerability without maintaining the sexual tension, then you could very well wind up in the friend zone. So that is the key. You need to continue to have sexual tension. Now, depending on where you are in the relationship, what stage you're at, will determine how much sexual tension you're going to put into your interactions. So if you're in the courting stage and you don't even know if this other person is interested in you yet, then you need to be a little bit more careful because you don't want to go to jail. But if you've already dated or you're kissed or you've been intimate, then you obviously have more leeway. You can touch the naughty zones and go a little further with how you talk about sex and how you refer to it. Now, you don't want to make it a part of every conversation, but you want to slip it in every now and again so that you maintain that not friend zone relationship, because that is the difference between the friend zone and the not friend zone. It's sex. If you're friends with someone and you're not in a relationship having sex with them, you're in the friend zone. If you are wanting to have sex with a person or you want to not be in the friend zone, then you have to make sex a part of it. So here's the way you want to gauge whether or not the conversation is friend zone or if it's fun zone. So would you say these things to your sister, assuming that you have an appropriate relationship with your sister? If you could say these things in the tone that you're saying to your sister, and it wouldn't be weird, then you're having a friend zone conversation. However, if you would feel like that would be completely inappropriate to talk to your sister in that way, whether it's the words or the tone or the body language or the anything, then you may be more in the fun zone. So that's kind of the gauge. And same thing with touching. I usually say that if you would touch your grandmother in that place, then that's appropriate for when you're gauging interest. So you don't want to go to jail. You can touch your grandmother on the forearm, on the shoulder, sometimes on the middle back, areas where it would be safe. But once you get past that and you know that the woman that you're interested in, the girl that you're interested in, is also interested in you, then you are safe to start exploring beyond the granny zones as far as touch goes. And you want to do that progressively as she feels safe, because that's an area where you can build sexual tension, is where you touch someone and for how long you touch someone and with what intention you're touching someone. But you have to be careful because you also want to make sure that you're not going beyond what is consensual and legally going to keep you from getting in trouble, and also respectful, right? So you don't want to disrespect someone, so be cautious. And you know what, a lot of people or a lot of guys are worried about asking for consent. That reminds me of a joke, but she gave her consent anyway. But to be able to say to a woman, you don't have to say, is it okay if I touch you like this? You can say, is this okay? And that shows actual confidence and respect. And women should appreciate that. If they don't, then that's a red flag, and you should beware of red flags. So, key to building intimacy while maintaining yourself in a place of not being friend zoned is to be vulnerable, or to reveal vulnerabilities and emotional sort of secrets in moderation, and keep the sexual tension alive. So if you have any questions about this or want more specifics, write it in the comments below. I hope this helped. Please like, share, subscribe, click the bell if you want to be notified of my new videos when they come out. And if you have a question, please write it in the video comments. I answer questions in this order: clients first, then donations second, then public comments, then comments on my blog page. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Person you're potentially interested in. No, let's start over. Okay, let's do it. Start an introduction without fucking up. Okay. What are we not talking about? Now, we're not talking if you're from the community. Ooh, that's naughty. I can't say that. Down below. Down below. Not down below. Yeah, that was a sexual innuendo.